All right, so where are you in from today?
I live here in Fredericton. Yeah.
And what brings you here?
My kids. Straight up. I'm not anti-vax, just pro-choice. I have more vaccines than most Canadians. I spent 10 years of public service. Got no problem with it. If people want to wear their masks, get their vax, go to town, more than happy to support you to make your personal decision, but I would like the same liberty for not only myself, but for my children. It's as simple as that. That's all.
And what result would you hope for?
Just the end, an absolute end of these mandates and the inability, for this to ever occur again. Because, you know, we're at this point where globally we're so connected that if we don't figure out a way to prohibit this from happening again, we're only going to get a break at best. This is great, it's working, but it really has to end permanently.
So how have you personally been affected by the restrictions and mandates?
My wife lost her job, struggles with depression. My family doctor thinks we're crazy, even though I asked her a simple question, during mitosis, our cellular membranes, the nucleus breaks down and our DNA and chromosomes are free-floating while the cells are dividing. And we're being told that the messenger RNA can't interact with that. And I asked her, what's your take? And she just took a big sigh and said, I don't know, and so I just felt like ultimately I was violated because I was threatened to lose my job, and so I've had 2 doses. I didn't want the first, I don't want the second, I don't want the third, and yeah, it's every single day it impacts us. We're completely disconnected from society. Our kids are no longer in the programs that they used to be in. And, I'm holding on to my job. It's our livelihood. It's the only income for my household right now. So, with any luck, this works and it stops where it is. And we'll see. Yeah.
If you could speak to somebody who disagrees but was willing to listen, what would you say?
I would say, think about your future. Think about your children's future. At some point, you're going to want to say no to something. Maybe it's not a vaccine-related thing, but maybe it's another policy in the future. And what we're doing right now is we're taking away that ability to make that choice. Forget about vaccines, forget about what's going on here right now. 20 years from now, if you think that this is okay for mandates, one day you're going to want to say no, and you won't have the ability. The precedent will be set, and it's too bad. It's too bad.
Do you think this will be reported on honestly in the media?
Listen, mainstream media is, it's kind of like the cops. Most of the people just show up to do their job. They're not trying to do harm, but unfortunately it's the puppet masters, the editors, the people pulling the strings. So, no, I don't think that the right angle of this will be shown on mainstream media. They were here, I saw them. I have no idea how their interviews went. Hopefully they just try their best not to put a negative spin on it, because I don't blame the journalists who are working for CBC. I blame the editors that filter the reports. Right? Same with the cops. If they have to put somebody in cuffs because somebody went too far, I don't blame that cop. They don't want to be here they have kids. They're middle-class citizens with children. They want to pay their mortgage. They want this to stop too. So